My name is Greg, and I've set up this channel to talk about one of my passions. Um, since I was 7 years old, I've been an entrepreneur. I've done everything from a popcorn stand to a high-tech startup. I've done products and manufacturing to Department of Defense software research and development. I really enjoy entrepreneurship. I I think it's probably one of the most fun things a person can do, and it's one of the best things that you can do for your lifestyle as a human. Anyone can be an entrepreneur, and I want to talk about some of these things in this channel. I want to talk about some of the things I've seen where people have made tremendous amounts of money off of very simple ideas. I want to talk about some of the millionaires I've met, a billionaire or two I've met, how they did it, how they bounced back, how they took the non-linear path to success. Like I said, I've been doing this a long time. And I've had my failures and I've had my successes, but I've enjoyed them all. I want to hear from people about their ideas and bounce things off of me. I'd love to chat with people about their entrepreneurial startups and do some pencil to paper analysis and figure out if there's a there. And the reality of the situation is there's always a there. There's always a way to do it. There's always a way to be successful. It's just figuring out if the success is the success you want. There are very few businesses that become Amazons or Googles, but there's a lot of good businesses that will give you a 6 or even 7-figure income and the lifestyle you want. I've been very successful and very happy when you look at it at that level. I've worked very hard at times, and at other times I've been semi-retired. I have some income which is residual. I have some projects that I'm working on that I'm even going to discuss here. We'll discuss some of the projects that I'm working on here, and you know, you'll get to see the progress. You'll get to see me working with some entrepreneurs, some young tech people, some young copywriters, some people with some great ideas, and we're going to try to put some of these businesses together because it's fun. One of the interesting things about entrepreneurship is it is fun. Once you get bitten with the entrepreneurship bug, it's almost impossible to stop. You could have enough money to retire, and a few times I have, but why would you want to? Entrepreneurship is fun. Building businesses is fun, and building them from scratch with a lean startup is probably the most fun way you can do it. Not so lean that you're dying, but not that someone's handed you $10 million and said, go make this happen. You know, a startup on a few thousand or a few $100s that provides you income for most people would be perfect. And we'll discuss some of these things. We'll discuss some of these startups. We'll discuss some of these ideas. But to do this, one thing I request of you is there's going to be like a button down here. Push it to subscribe. And if it's not down there, just subscribe anyway. I enjoy this, and hopefully that I'll bring you content that you enjoy too. I've got some interesting things that are going on in my life, some of which I'll share. Some projects, some places I have to travel for my customers and my clients, and it's a unique life and a unique thing. I'll be sharing with you some of my goals, some of the things I want to do, some of the things that motivate me to do things. Even though entrepreneurship's fun and it gives you a great lifestyle and it gives you ups and downs and a roller coaster ride, even though that's there, you still need some goals to get yourself where you want to go, some line to cross, something to achieve, something that gives you the first sweet success, something that you've been successful at for the first time. One of the things I'll talk about is motivations and goals. When I first started out, I would use the old methodology of visualizing what I wanted. Visualization of what you want is a great thing. I would take a picture of out of a newspaper, a magazine way back when, and cut the picture out of what I wanted and stick it on the wall. So when I came into my office every day, and I've always worked from home to be frankly honest with you, except for a very few times, I would look at my goal. It would be right there above the computer or right there in the door. And that would remind me, would make me help visualize what I was going to do. So we're going to talk about these techniques. I still have some visualizations. There's this piece of artwork back here you can see. That is a Porsche 918. It's a hypercar. I was going to be buying one until the stock in one of the companies I had cratered. It is still one of my goals. They don't make them anymore. There are many where I live here in Southern California. So for me, this was drawn for me by my daughter. It's a daily goal. I look at that and think within a few years I can get one of those. Very low mileage because people rarely drive them. That's one of my longer term goals. Shorter term goals, we'll bring those up and I'll talk about them. But again, goals are important to have. Things you're interested in are important to have. And I might close with one of the thoughts here. One of the best things about entrepreneurship, and when it brings you money and you're not trading hours for money, is the freedom that entrepreneurship and potentially the money it gives you brings you. Freedom to be with your kids at school. Went to all my daughter's volleyball games. Freedom to spend time with your family. Freedom to do the things you want to do for the most part. I mean, so even when you have a service sector business like I did, you have to deal with your customers, but your customers understand when you have value. When you have your own business in your own time, you're free to work on your health, you're free to be with your family, you're free to enjoy your life. Retirement isn't something you look forward to because you're always enjoying what you're doing. Anyway, like I said, we'll talk about more of these things in this channel. I look forward to getting feedback from you. I look forward to hearing from you. And let's get started. Remember to subscribe. Remember to subscribe.